Hello and welcome to Flippin Through the Internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're going to be flipping through Mad Magazine number 325, released February 1994. Our price, $1.95, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, check out my dope hat. See, I told you guys it didn't really fit that well. It's not strapped in the back, but I don't know. I'm going to wear it anyway. All right. No matter how ridiculous I look. Hey, do you want to support me? Well, click like, click subscribe, and leave a comment below. Is that not enough for you? Well, if you want to, give me money for whatever reason, if you want to support this channel, helps me buy stuff that I can have in videos, maybe upgrade some equipment, helps me keep my live streams looking professional. You can join my Patreon, patreon.com/flippinthrough. It's right down below. And I have some thank yous to make. And there's been a couple people, real recent joiners. Mark Wolf, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Ed Meisinger, Doug Guilford, Rob Wilson, Rodney Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Kyle Bridget. Hey guys, thank you so much for the support. And I hope that I can keep on earning it. So with that, that's all. That's all I have to say. Let's get back to this issue. I don't know if I can wear this and look at myself in the mirror. It's a really good piece to have behind me, I think. It looks very sharp. It looks cool. So I think that's where it's going to have to live. Anyway, so this cover, Beavis and Butthead, pretty sure Sam Viviano did that, hence Sam written down there. What's kind of funny is he has... Sam always does these sort of like really wide cheeks on all the characters, even characters that don't have wide cheeks. That's like one thing that he likes to pronounce on illustrations. And he managed to fit it in on Beavis. Or no, is that Butthead? Yeah, that's Butthead Al Gore. And there's Beavis Clinton. Should I try to do a Beavis and Butthead voice? Al. It sucks that all those people in Bosnia are being wiped out like frogs and beetles. Hey, Bill, you said wipe. When I was a kid, Beavis and Butthead were, I mean, how old am I? I'm like 35 or 36. So when I was a kid, Beavis and Butthead was happening. But I think I was at that age where like I couldn't get away with watching it. Like my parents were paying attention to what I consumed. And so like I could watch it at friends' houses, but never at my own house. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is Mike Judge, his first cartoon creation. He went on to do King of the Hill, made all sorts of movies like Office Space and Idiocracy, and the one on HBO, the television show called Silicon Valley. So he's like a comedic genius, really. And I'm not saying that with any sense of irony. I do like this. How many issues did they do that in where the A was replaced by Alfred's head? So we're going to nail the fugitive, and Beavis and Butthead pollute politics. I didn't know Butthead was hyphenated. Oh, look at that. I still have the subscription card from 1994. I don't think this one is from my personal collection. Most of the ones that I own from this era had the mail wrappers in them. But I love that. You will subscribe. And here we have 8-issue subscription, $15. Is that cheap? I don't know. Yeah, very cool. Here we have the vital features. When Beavis and Butthead phenomenon spreads into politics. That will be very, I think, fun to read. I'm guessing Sam Viviano. We have a mad look at basketball, Sergio Aragones. the conservative talk show host of the year, Paul Coker Jr. This will be really cool. I like it when Paul Coker does likenesses. Tom Bunk, scenes as played out in different types of movies. John Caldwell, Mad 7 Steps to Becoming a Hit Television Chef. And The Stoogative, a Mad movie satire. Where is Smart Money? Smart Money is on. I mean, that doesn't look like a Mort Drucker face. Can I go 6 for 6? I've only done it once in my whole life. I'm going to say Mort Drucker. Hopefully, I'm not wrong. Just because you missed the last issue at the newsstand. Why kill yourself? Look at it. It's just spikes or knives attached to a marital bed. That's creepy for a number of reasons, right? Again, look at those beautiful pins. $59, $37 for 20. Wait, oh yeah, you had to pay a premium for the pins. Oh man. Yeah, $60 for 40 issues and you get the pins. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. All right. I'm not going to lie. Here we have some beautiful Star Trek creatures. A Klingon. Is that a Klingon? No, I don't think it is. Some wonderful artwork right there. All right. I'm going to move on. Here we have when the Beavis and Butthead phenomena spreads into politics. So we got all sorts of great things here. Here's old Ted Kennedy. Oh, and there, Joseph Biden and Ted Kennedy on a controversial nominee for the Supreme Court. So, like, Judge, do you ever break things with your hammer? When you get a wood row, does it bunch up in your robes? Is this Ron Paul? That looks like Ron Paul. Here's another one. William Rehnquist and Ruth Ginsburg on a constitutional amendment protecting our flag. I like to burn stuff. Yeah, burning stuff is cool. Clarence Thomas. Only Clarence Thomas is alive at this point. Note, Justice Rehnquist and Ginsburg are not really cartoon characters, so do not try this at home. Here we have Dan Quayle and Mario Cuomo. I'm not interested in either of those people. Ross Perot and Jack Kemp. Ross Perot was a very interesting dude. If I recall correctly, he couldn't get any airtime, so he just bought an hour of television because he was a Texas billionaire. William Bennett and Bob Dole. And so, like, next Tuesday, all Americans must ask themselves, does my life, like, suck worse now than it sucked 4 years ago? I had 10th row seats for Megadeth 4 years ago. They were cool. I'm sorry if my Beavis and Butthead impression is bad. But what happened? Dan Rather and Connie Chung question Boris Yeltsin at a superpowers nuclear summit. Hey, what happened to that guy with tattoos on his forehead? I heard you get drunk. Do you ever blow chunks? Blowing chunks is cool. That's how I kind of imagine Connie Chung to talk. Like her and Maury Povich. You know they're married. Not sure if you guys know that. Connie Chung is married to Maury Povich. It's like, good for you, Maury. That's how when I was a kid, that's what I said. Spy versus Spy. Here we have Manic and M&C Clark. There we go. I put it together. And this is like, as far as imitators, this is a pretty good time, I think. You don't have, you have generally like not the gruesome death. You have sort of an unlikely system happening to murder his friend. And it's not like filled up with a bunch of sound effects and stuff. Oh, look at some beautiful Rick Tulka work. Celebrity self-delusions. I don't even know where to start. Gambling, schmambling. I got it under control. That's one thing I didn't realize when I was a kid was that apparently is an open secret that Michael Jordan had a horrible gambling problem. Here we have Luke Perry. I'm not just another pretty face. Lori Coleman. I'm not sure that I know Lori Coleman. Here we have a mad look at basketball. Wait, basketball? Why is it winter time? Oh, I understand now. That's pretty good. Now, here we go. This is Ed Badley for 60 Mad Minutes. Today, the dubious pleasure of interviewing Mr. Rush Limbaugh, the man who has been named the conservative talk show host of the year. Hold on. Sorry. Now, I've criticized Paul Coker and not really being able to fill up a whole page. But I feel like he did this really well. I mean, I really like this. He's got all this like kind of fun stuff right here. I wouldn't call this chicken fat. It's just good illustration. The pie and the mug and the junk food and all of his own books. But yeah, there's nothing really silly. It's just like a nice illustration. I don't know if you guys heard Rush Limbaugh passed away. He had some type of cancer. What should I jump into? This is like, I wasn't actually expecting this. I expected sort of jokes about Rush Limbaugh. What is your position on gays in the military? I think there's a place in the military for gays as rifle range targets. Doesn't it give you comfort to know that someday a gay soldier might be standing in front of you facing the enemy? It gives me more comfort than if he was standing behind me, I'll tell you. God, who wrote this? Stan Hart and Chris Hart. All right. Now I'm going to tape my TV show. How come you never interview any guests on your show? When I'm on the set, there's no room for any guests. Besides, it would violate my first axiom of broadcasting for my kind of show, which is never let someone that might have intelligent, logical thoughts disagree with your own have a microphone. So it's like, what's interesting about that is like, okay, so like he says these things, right? But those are supposed to make him look bad, but they're also supposed to be funny, which they made me snicker, right? So it's like, it's one of those strange things where it's like they have to write things that people will make him unlikable in this, right? But then also will actually make people laugh. That's a hard line to walk, to be like, well, this is something he would say, but the way I can say it will be funny. Yeah, I don't know. That's like, yeah. How about this one? Let's see if Stan and Chris can keep it up. What are you going to talk about on today's show? How the women's movement has been taken over by lesbians. Come on, Rush, you can't really be serious. I am. Watch this clip of me coming on to Senators Carol Moseley Braun, Dianne Feinstein, and Barbara Boxer. They all told me to get lost. No straight woman react to me like that, right? The term you created to describe feminists, feminazis, is very offensive to people. I apologize. I'm sorry if I offended any Nazis. Admit it, you're not truly serious, are you? No, I make political points with my humor and wild jokes. Like when you said Ted Kennedy should be fed to the alligators in Palm Beach. That wasn't one of them. Oh my gosh. Ted Kennedy killed a lady. That's true. It's a true story. The brutal bit. This is good. I like this, and I really enjoy Paul Coker being able to do something like this. I really do enjoy that. Oh, look at this. This is chicken fat, property of the Watergate Hotel. That's very fun. Is the Watergate Hotel still open? I'm just going back to see if there's any other chicken fat that jumps out. The brutal baseball boondoggle. Some beautiful duck Edwing. Oh, I love these sentence length product names we'd like to see. This you would not guess. I mean, when did this come out? 1994. If I opened this up, if this were one from like, I mean, this looks like something that could be in the 70s. I guess because it's artist Bob Clark. But was this something in the... Hold on, let's read this. Behold, the first time in supermarket history, a product name that forms a complete, albeit totally ludicrous sentence. I can't believe it's not butter. Insipid as they are, those 6 itty-bitty words have the power to revolutionize the entire future of grocery nomenclature. Then again, maybe not. So I feel like they just keep putting in, you can't see it, I'm not going to zoom in, but they just have exclamation marks, even not at the end of a sentence. They do, however, definitely have the power to revolutionize the entire future of MAD articles. Fa, 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 fa. That is, at least, for these 2 pathetic pages. Here it is, sentence length product names. Who gives a damn about dolphins, tuna fish? I'd buy that. It's like with IKEA. I'll tell you what, when IKEA said that they were going to stop using horse meat in their meatballs, I'm not joking, they started tasting different to me. And not different in a good way. I think I might like horse meat. Yeah, like dogs really care what it tastes like. It's not so spoiled. It just tastes... It's not spoiled. It just tastes that way, yogurt. I can already feel my arteries clogging. Sliced bacon. You'd never suspect it's 95% air. Ice cream. Is this trendy or what? Bottled water. And who's afraid of a few chest pains? I was like, what does this stand for? Who's afraid of a few chest pains? Surgeon General's warning, reading this package may result in severe eye strain. Look, is that Walter Matthau down there? Hey, look there's Sergio Aragones. Who else is hidden throughout here? I wonder if we'll see. Who's that? That's somebody right there, right? There's Oh, that's Dennis the Menace and Mr. Wilson. Yeah, anyway. We'll keep going. Wait, I've been right so far, right? Yeah, here. What is this? Tom Bunk, Terry Copeland. Scenes is played out in different types of movies. Well, we got to zoom in for this, right? Well, first, because that text is small. But also because we have some beautiful Tom Bunk art. Oh, look at that. I like that. That reminds me of like an old EC illustration. Man, these are great. Tom Bunk is a genius. Tom, if you're watching, you're a genius. Okay. A man finds a suitcase full of money. In a slasher movie, a man is robbed and hacked to death by deranged killer who escaped from mental institution. All right. In a porno movie, man hires bevy of high-priced hookers to help him celebrate. In a slapstick movie, as man runs home with loot, suitcase opens, sending money everywhere. And in a Disney movie, man spends all the money on Christmas presents for the deprived. children in the local orphanage. Here we have man told by doctors he has 6 months to live. News turns man into deranged killer terrorizing the city. Man spends last 6 months in a hospital having hot sex with nurses. Oh my God. Man lives it up, spends all of his money, then finds out the test results were wrong, and he'd lead a long and healthy life. Disney movie, man dies and becomes guardian angel of a bumbling professor. This is the type that I would end up watching, or I would end up looking at the illustrations and not really reading. Sort of like how I just did right now. Here we go. The MAD 7 steps to becoming a hit chef. Real quick. Was this Sam Viviano? I forgot to check. Yeah, Sam Viviano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for 5 so far. All right, we'll give your show a clever title. Cooking with Carl, the Crazed Hermit. This is artist and writer John Caldwell. I love John Caldwell. I think he's so great. You want people to remember you, not the crummy recipes you stole from other television cooks. Speak with an indecipherable foreign accent. That way viewers will assume they didn't hear you correctly when they screw up the recipes. Be sure to pour des galoons before they shrank through the rind, eh? Oh my goodness. That's like what happened recently. There was Alec Baldwin's wife. Her name is Hilaria, but it's just Hillary. Has been putting on a fake Spanish accent this whole time. And like even being like, oh, como se dice? That bring in an occasional guest restaurateur. You'll never pay for a meal in their place again. My guest today is Armand Delabois, owner of the lovely Inn at the Marsh. Armand will be cooking his specialty for us, the duck a la ripple. Duck a la ripple. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Here we go. This is kind of cool. Who drew this? This is Mort Drucker. What if Superman were raised by Jewish parents? Oh, okay. So it's like it's a diary entry. Well, that's pretty cool. But I'm not reading all that. Sorry. John Callahan's misguided tour of L.A. Artist and writer John Callahan. Not familiar with this guy. AA and LA. My name is Mort, and I represent Chuck, who's an alcoholic. Now, class, is this man lying or laying in the gutter? Oh. Now, this one, I think this is like he's trying to simulate smog. Like you can't see any, all the details are washed out. Chuck Wilson with the largest refrigerator taken from the LA River. Oh, here we go. This, when I said I don't know who this is, they tell me. They say that John Callahan is a twisted and demented cartoonist living on the West Coast, far away from the picturesque offices of MAD in New York. So when we figured it was time to poke fun at the City of Angels, we decided to pocket our plane fare and buy a ticket for John Callahan's misguided tour of Los Angeles. Here we have The Lighter Side of with Dave Berg. Not going to do it, guys. Not going to do it. Here's Snow White as reviewed by today's publications. So here we have Prevention, Penthouse. This is like, I'll tell you, they're pushing the envelope in the 90s. They're really they're pushing it. Here we have Glamour. Arts and Entertainment. The New York Amsterdam News. I mean, obviously, that's something that must have been big in New York. But yeah, I don't know. We'll read this one though because it looks funny. Racist Snow White offensive to blacks. Just when we thought African Americans were getting their due on the screen, Malcolm X, Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice were again taking the back seat in yet another racist outrage. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Snow White, her name says it all, moves in with all Caucasian household of dwarves with cute names like Happy and Sneezy and Bashful. There's not a black in the bunch. I feel uncomfortable reading this. Not even a token. If there was, you can bet he'd come off as a disgusting stereotype with a name like Shiftless or Lazy. I can't keep reading this. This is going to get... Kyle Bridget's going to take this out of context and do a response video. I'm going to do... Oh, my God. 90s MAD were out of control. People who say that the 90s MAD were not good, honestly, they weren't reading it. I'm almost certain. Every single New Year's Eve. Again, some beautiful Tom Bunk. Every single New Year's Eve, freezing Cretans elbow each other for camera space. Like anyone will recognize them as that guy from Times Square. Very true. Your brand new car instantly loses 85% of its trade-in value. You still cannot figure out what the hell a laying sign is. So true. You're busy with the bathroom when you hear everyone shouting, 10, 9, 8. Shocking tell-all books by TV sitcom characters. Leah, this is a who's who of illustration, right? We got Rick Tolka, Mort Drucker. We got Sam Viviano. Who is this? I have no idea. I don't know who that is. No offense. Well, oh, look at here. Okay, Mort Drucker, Rick Tolka, Sam Viviano, Greg Teekson. Runner-up prizes that nobody claimed. Beautiful Peter Paul Porges artwork. Beautiful is probably Paul Peter Porges. Beautiful, not really the term that I mean to use. It's just fun. I don't know. It's just, I like it. I don't know why I like it. I can't explain to you why I like his artwork, but I do. It's all jacked up, A private consultation with a world economist. A collection of the 10 best hair replacement commercial tapes from TV. Backstage tour of the hit first grade play, Mr. Vegetable. And gamesmanship hints from a champion shuffleboard player. Shuffleboard on a tabletop is fun. And here we have the Stoogative. I guessed wrong. It was, in fact, Angelo Torres. I am a failure. I am a imposter. I should just give up this whole charade. Hey, look at this fold-in. Oh, look at another. Limbaugh must have been really, really killing it. Rush Limbaugh delights his fans by beating up on his enemies. His enormous, invisible, loyal audience loves venomous hate and bigotry. They get off on attacks that are utterly merciless to liberals, feminists, homosexuals, and others they fear and dread. I can't fold it, guys. I'm not going to fold it. Should I do it just for one time? Old time's sake? No, I'm not going to do it. And finally, a cure for the common coffin. Swindle Gardens. With that, This has been Flippin' Through. Again, if you want to support the channel, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment below. That is the best way that you can support this channel. If you want to do more, hit up that link on patreon.com. Also, follow me join our Facebook group. All right, you can post stuff that you want me to check out, maybe have on the MAD news segments. And with that, toodaloo.